Hi there and welcome to another episode of DadDex Does, and today we are doing pig maths and we're going to buy a new tractor and we're going to check out the world of slurry. Right, we've got 100 pigs. We've kept the pigs well fed. I haven't paid any attention to the pigs while I've been doing all the other tutorial videos and stuff. 100 pigs is a nice round number. We can do some maths. Now 100 pigs a day in 24 hours are going to need these things. I'll let you read. I'm not going to read that out to you. Very reasonable and requiring no equipment we haven't got. You can do it different ways, but you don't need anything extra to do it. 18 pigs a day is what we're going to get. $20,800. That's brilliant. That's just now in the background. Every day we can make that money, and some liquid manure, but not much. I'm not very happy about that. Hoped for a bit more. We'll talk about slurry a bit more later. Anyway, here we are. We're off to sell our first pigs of this game. We can carry 9 pigs in our trailer. What I'm planning to do is sell 9 pigs today, which then will be up over 100 pigs tomorrow. Basically sell it down to selling those 18 pigs a day, doing the harvest. That's what I want to do for a few days now, just settle the farm down. No big experiments. I really want to see what just the free fields and the pigs will now do for me, and then I can really plan the way forward from there. I love this trailer. Take the roof off, get the sunshine on the piggies' backs for their nice day out. The trailer lowers and raises, as you can see there, which would be great if there was some kind of animals going into the pen animation, but there isn't. But you can't have everything. So off we go. We're going to take these pigs to see our friend Mary, who a very lovely lady. She buys any spare pigs that any farmers have got, and she takes them to a lovely big pen that she's got, and they just play there all the time. And then sometimes if you want to get some more pigs, you can buy them back off her. If you want some free water, it's very simple. Just carry on going down the dirt track opposite the end of that road there. You can see across the map there's kind of that beachy area. That's an easy place to get free water. There are other more adventurous places to try, but I'll leave that up to you. Right, we skipped ahead in our dull journey. We're on the little hill going up to Mary's, and you see one of the problems with the case. He does struggle, and I've talked about him. You know how much I've used and enjoyed this tractor. He's pulled a plough that should have needed 180 horsepower. He's pulled the seed drill that should have needed 180 horsepower. He's not done it as quickly as a more powerful tractor will, but he's got the job done. It's certainly not been a problem. He has saved me money in wages, because even him doing pulling the seed drill at 6 miles an hour instead of 12 is still saving me money, because he's doing 2 things at once and he's doing it 6 meters wide. I did replace the oldest case very early on in the game with the Hurleyman. That was really because I wanted 2 tractors with the front attacher, and I didn't need 2 150 horsepower tractors, so that was that decision. But this one has kept him. He's been absolutely fantastic. So here we come. We're arriving at Mary's, loving the big cow, hoping there'll be a big pig one day, maybe when I sell enough pigs. And here we go, our first sale, 9 pigs, 9,000 for $10,400. Absolutely fantastic. That's not bad. And as I say, the pigs have just sat in the background not doing much. But anyway, we've got to say goodbye to the case, so off we go. He's been great. He's been brilliant. He's red. We like red tractors. I have teleported them back to the shop. I hope you guys don't mind. I do avoid the odd completely unnecessary journey. That's the advantage, I guess, of teleporting back to the shop and not the yard anymore. That it saves you a little bit of time when you're going to sell stuff. Right, off we go. Now look, I'm only going to get 12,000 for him, but something weird happens here, and I didn't realise it. His maintenance costs haven't got too high, really. I mean, then they're not going to cripple me. But I'm not sure why this animal menu, is that a glitch because I was just at the farm? I've never known that before. So here we go. There's the tractor. But if you press the, in my case, I think it's left stick on the Xbox One, I had no idea you get the animal menu up in at the shop. Don't know why that is. Doesn't really make any sense. They must have the only telephone in the valley, and it goes to Mary's farm. So bye-bye case. Onwards to the future. Now, I've thought a bit about what tractor to get. I really want something, I'm thinking 200 horsepower, maybe higher. And the thing that I haven't really looked at yet is the mods on the tractors. I've obviously done the front loaders and the wheels. But in terms of the engine mods, I didn't realise quite how much you could vary the power of the tractors that you were going to buy. I'm looking through. The JCB is definitely a contender, but it can't mount a front loader. I used it a lot in the last game. I really want to try some new stuff. Yeah, if you actually check from it, tractor to tractor, it can actually move up maybe 4 or 5 places in the way that they're presented in the menu screen, because you can upgrade the power so much, and it can be much cheaper to upgrade the engine on a tractor than to buy a more powerful tractor. Uh, and I think that's going to be helpful on Sovnovka, where I've had a look at playing hard on there, and that looks nasty. Anyway, the voucher is the one I've got my eye on. I'm going to get the powerful version. It's kind of future-proofing it. I really don't want to have to be buying and selling stuff too much. We've sold a red tractor. We need a red tractor, so we're buying a red tractor. Wheel weights, no idea what they look like. I guess they use what would be to compress the ground more, or compact the ground. I don't quite know why. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments. I'd be very interested. On white wheels look very good on red tractors. I've almost disguised it as a Massey Ferguson, I guess, but there you go. Front loader attachment on, and off we go. So let's see. Let's have a look at our new friend. Now listen, this guy, I'm probably not going to drive this tractor too much apart from delivering the pigs. This tractor's job is the transit across the map, because he's got a high top speed, 32. Hopefully he's not going to get hung up on the hills the way the poor Case did, huffing and puffing. He looks pretty good. I like it. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, pretty good. No distracting television. Like the sunroof. I'm not sure. Fire extinguisher close to hand. That seems unusual. Is this like the Ford Pinto of the tractor world? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I like. He looks kind of mean. Yeah, I like it. Not bad. I do like the vehicle models. The last game, I'm not saying that was bad, but this is nicer. And what's that there? I actually didn't realise when I was buying this tractor that it had the rear steer. Look at this. No, there you go. Tip of the day, always read the item description, but this one's worked in my favour. Look at that. You can just press the button. The whole driving seat and the console flips round. You've got, oh, that's fantastic. How easy is hitching trailers going to be now that you can just drive backwards? I can't see I'm going to use that too much, but no, that's cool. I quite like that. And off we go. Let's get going. Oh yeah, this tractor's got much more zippity to it than the Case certainly did. I can tell that already. So let's head back. Let's get him home, get him to work. Lights on, beacons on. Always have your beacons on the highway, that way if you crash it can't possibly be your fault. And there we go. Oh, that's a lovely sunset. Off we go. Yeah, oh, that looks nice. That's going to be a screenshot. Right, we like our new tractor. We got no money left. It worked out perfectly. We got a couple of thousand left. Kind of a new start now. On the subject of vouchers, I pre-ordered. I got this thing. Listen to it. Now, I just don't get that. Cow tractor inside exactly the same. Fire extinguisher. It obviously is a thing. Rear steer, yeah, but the horn doesn't go moo. That's a wasted opportunity. Back to work. Right, I'm just going to really whiz through how I run a harvest on my farm, just in case you guys pick up anything off of it. It's all really to do with just like getting the order of things, knowing what speed your machinery is going to do stuff. The one thing with the buying the new tractor is that it's going to be pulling that seed drill consistently at 12 miles an hour now, which is going to be twice the speed of the harvester. So I really can afford to just let this harvester get miles ahead, a field ahead, and the seed drill is going to catch it up. And then you can just go off and do other stuff. Right, I do like to do this. You have to try it with each harvester you've got as to where the best place to leave these trailers are in terms of it emptying into them and not getting in the way. But if you leave your trailer up at the end of the run there, when the harvester gets up, it'll look empty, turn around, go the other way. Now, here comes the harvester. I can see it's less than 1,000 full, and it's gone up and down the field. So that means it can go up and down the field 6 times. So I can leave this harvester alone now for pretty much the rest of this field. It really just frees up your time, and that's what it's all about. That's the way I play it. I like to get the fields kind of as self-managing as possible. I don't mind paying the staff costs at all. Good to try to reduce them, and I can do important stuff around the farm, like practicing the old toolbox in the wheelbarrow. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. What can I say? But I actually found out when I was mussing. But how about this? If you don't like front loaders, you've still got to come up here to use this, but this little, the pickup part of the conveyor belt system is basically, look at that, it has become the Hoover of Pigville. You just drive it forwards, drive it back. It empties the food straight back into the food trough, so that goes back into the food count. As I say, it probably takes longer than it would to do it with a bucket, but it's another way of doing it. And as I keep saying, this game's all about the options. So there you are. There is another option for you. I also found something else out, and that was these trailers. The tippers in the old games actually were they were like covered in cling film. You couldn't drop anything in them, if you see what I mean. If you tried to drop something in a tipper, it would just kind of slide off. But things have changed, and also you'll see I'm using the bale grabbers, which if you have trouble with pallets, which are a little bit weird, you can just pick them up with these and use them. And there you go, and tip them out into a tipper. So instead of having to stack them onto a bale trailer, getting them back to the farm, you can do it all right here. Easier with the grabbers than it is with the pallet forks. Get them back to the farm. You are going to need then to tip them out and reload your seeders with a bucket. You cannot kind of just drive up by the tipper and refill. I can't get the conveyor belts to work properly with the seed on the floor either, but this is how I do it. You know, you can just keep a bucket on there. The good old Amazon seeder that always needs refilling because of his silly load capacities, he's done. Pick up the little bit we spilt. You're never going to lose any, and yeah, there's another way of doing it. Anyway, back to the day. You can see what's going on the field. You've seen it in some of the other videos, which hopefully you've had a look at, because I'm sure they're very useful in some ways. And the New Holland, I have spent nearly all of my time in the game in that New Holland. I love it. It's probably going to be the tractor I'm going to have to keep. He does everything I need it to do. Yeah, absolutely magnificent. There's other pieces, the voucher's obviously going to do the long journeys, are going to do the heavy lifting, but this guy has done absolutely everything I've needed him to. And I'll switch the harvester over to the next field. Now I'm moving the tippers over, exactly the same routine as the game before. Get an idea of how long you can leave the harvester alone, check on the guys regularly like I'm doing now, and just leave them to it as much as possible and get on, as I say, with the other jobs. Go and do your forestry, go and tend your animals, go and do your sales, whatever it is. Do a little bit of fast forward. As I said in the other video, I highly recommend this small fertilizer. It is just a bit handier for zipping around with to do the rows, to keep up with what needs fertilizing. On these corn days, the plan is for me to have the whole field fertilized and done when we finished. The plow here is telling me I need to plow out that piece of grass. All the equipment now is overlapping the field. I did the same on the field on the left there, as you may have seen as I zipped past it. That's the stage when I'd usually do it. It's always a good idea. You need to be careful when you expand the lengths of fields that you're leaving the vehicles enough time to turn around, especially if you're going to use stuff. I'm redoing this end of the field. The way the tractor turns, certainly with this plough, leaves that pattern. There's no point in doing the strip along the ends of the fields to stop that happening, because it will still turn in the same way and just do it further in the field. Some pieces of equipment, if you do a strip, it will stop it glitching out. And then same old routine. Off goes New Holland, off goes Valtra, and the trusty old hurdy-burdyman bringing up the rear. Right, now this is 4 days after the big sale. That's where we are now, guys, and as you can see, the farm is now starting to just tick over very nicely. I'm very pleased with where we got now. Today I've not sold or bought any equipment or anything other than just sell the pigs and do the harvest, sell the harvest. And as you can see, we've been lucky today. There was a great demand on soya, which we sold today, so we got a very good price on that. We've sold every piece of harvest that we've made, apart from the corn, which we needed to give to the pigs, and we filled them up 6 days worth. I sold a little bit that was left over, but apart from that, this is just the farm ticking over. Now I know exactly where I am. I've $71,000 profit today. Not all of the costs are in there yet because it's not the end of the day, and I did get that good price on canola, so maybe 50,000 a day on an average day I know I'm gonna get, and I can plan everything else around that. Now back to the slurry. Had to go and get a slurry tanker. Got a nice Garant one, the first one on the menu. Now first thing to do, on the menu screen you've got the option, you can switch your worker to refill from the slurry tank at the pigs, which is what I've done. You never need to take this tanker to the pigs. Now we had 80,000 slurry in the pigs this morning, So we're going to see how far that can get us. So today's a corn day, so we've got gonna fertilise now, plough, fertilise, and then the seeder will finish. And as you can see, we are now pulling the fertiliser straight out from up where the pigs are. In case you missed the animation, I love it. It's like a little waggy puppy tail of fertiliser in your face. The Hurleyman will do this job perfectly. Actually, bear in mind, guys, if you use this method and have the worker refilling from the bay, there's no weight in the tanker, so a much smaller tractor can pull the tanker than the menu might suggest. So that's something to bear in mind. But anyway, we've used a lot of that fertilizer. We started with 80,000 and we're down already. To do the 3 fields, the 2 sweeps required is actually a whole 80,000 fertilizer. I think I ended up at the end of that day with about 1,000 left. So the pigs will take 12 days to fertilize the farm on a corn day. I'd hoped for more than that. It's something to know. So don't just go out and buy a tanker when you see your pigs have suddenly got, you know, tens of thousands of slurry in there, because that's 1 day's worth. Bear that in mind. Now, I didn't lease that slurry tanker to try that out. The lease would have cost $2,400. Now, when I come to sell it, because the resale value is that much higher, as you can see, it's still worth $9,200. In FarmSim 15, that would have been worth $6,000 the moment you bought it. So that's something to bear in mind. Now, yeah, if we just look at the actual vehicle screen, it would have cost me $2,400 if I'd gone over the into 2 hours, which I think I probably would. $2,000 if I hadn't. Instead, I paid $12,900 with my Gucci paint job and wheels. And he's basically done a whole day's work. I bring him back, and there you go. He's worth $1,100. So that's cost me $1,800 to buy it, use it for a day, and sell it again with no hourly worries to worry about. Another option for you, and one that's kind of new to this game. Well, thanks for watching. Any questions, any comments, please leave a comment. Likes would be great, just so we know we're doing something right. Next videos, we're going to be heading over to Sosnovka to try cow farming on hard. So hopefully it's not going to go so badly we have to eat our own cows. Join us there if you want to see how we get on. Also videos coming up about a bit of forestry, and we've also got some other little surprises for you in the pipeline. So join us again. Thank you very much.